Hey knitters, welcome back to Aro Knits and Purls. I'm your host Aro of Aro Knits and Purls. As always, find my Ravelry, Instagram, Ko-Fi, Patreon listed in the description below, as well as links to any dyers, makers, designers that I talk about in the episode. And you'll also find links to the yarn shops that I specifically mentioned, because this today is the summary of my Rose City Yarn Crawl experience in Portland, Oregon. And I am expecting the links in the description to be almost as long as my end of year wrap up from 2021, because so much yarn, you guys, so much yarn. And I know that some of you are gonna be like chuckling to yourselves or just literally laughing at me, going like, I knew it. I knew she was lying when she said she wasn't gonna get yarn. And I wanna say, I didn't say I wasn't going to get yarn. What I said specifically was I'm not planning on getting a lot of yarn. I ended up getting a lot of yarn, but I wasn't planning on it. And so I just want to make that very clear, that I was technically not lying to you, because I was not planning on it. I just went a little bit crazy, a little bit out of control, but you'll understand when I show you the yarn, when I show you the yarn strips. You'll get it. You'll understand where I am coming from. Sorry, I'm still kind of reeling from the enormity of my mistakes. No, I'm kidding. I don't regret anything about Portland. I had a wonderful time. I laughed so much. I had so much fun. I met up with amazing people, both like officially on the trip, like in our Airbnb, and also just like makers and dyers that I came across. And some of you lovely viewers recognized me and said hi, and I just want to say, like, thank you all so much. That made me feel so special. And like, I tried to be cool, but I don't think I was really cool. Oh, anyway, okay, so this first clip is it's a longer clip. It's going to be a tour of the Airbnb, as well as the first 3 shops we went to. That was the first day. Oh God, it was exhausting. Yeah, the first day was a lot. We went to Knotty Lamb, for Yarn Steak in Beaverton, and then Starlight Knitting Society. And it was a lot of amazing stuff. You'll see it, but I'm going to show you the clips of the Airbnb, those 3 yarn stores, and kind of the layout of everything we got. It was so much. But yeah, you'll see that, and then when you come back, I will show you exactly the yarn I got on that first day, and then we'll move from there. So I beg your patience as I kind of figure this out. I'm having to do a little bit more editing than I'm used to doing, which is none at all. So I will see you in just a second. Hi knitters, welcome to the Airbnb we are staying at. You can see Shanna here in the corner. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, so it's been a long day. Day 1 of the crawl. We hit 3 shops and did a lot of damage. Or arguably a predictable amount of damage. But anyway, so this is the Airbnb. It is in Northeast Portland. I'm not super familiar with the neighborhoods yet, but it's quite cute. There are 5 bedrooms, which is what we needed, because we have 7 people, 2 of whom do not want roommates, so like it worked out for us perfectly. And as you can see, it's very cute. Shanna's got her little reading nook. We're gonna all hang out and knit before we head to dinner. But yeah, it's really cute, lots of natural lighting. They were sweet and left us a bar of chocolate, which I have already eaten. And we got, of course, voodoo donuts, because you're in Portland and you have to get it. Personally, my parents own a donut shop, and I can say voodoo donut, that ain't it. It ain't it. But yeah, so like they put a lot of thought into the decor. I love that there's natural light, and it's a very cute place to stay. I have been told by one of my followers via message, DM, that they stayed here 2 weeks ago with their friends, and apparently this place is haunted, and they've named the ghost Veronica. I have no evidence of this yet, but you know, we've only slept 1 night, and I was pretty dead on my feet. So who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the place we're staying. Really excited, having a lot of fun. And there will be more to come, so keep your eye out. Okay, we're at Knotty Lamb. Say hi.
Hi.
Everybody go down the line. Hi. You're gonna look hard at work. This is the Explorer Knits team, hard at work in Knotty Lamb.
Yeah, we're clearing out Moonstone slowly. Aro, found you. Assuming we don't break Ravelry tonight, yes? One more. Don't forget. We were good. This is to complete.
Okay, y'all. I am at Starlight Knitting, and we're about to go in. This is our third shop of the day, and so I'm really excited about this one. And let's go in together.
Okay, what's your name? Martha.
I live like a block and a half away at the time.
Okay, nice.
I was so sad. I moved and then I went back to go to the shop. It was my life's coming out and it was gone. I was like,
Yeah, I know. It was a sad day. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Of course, thank you.
Okay, everybody. This is after day one of the Rose City Yarn Crawl. Excuse me, I keep saying that. How do we think we did? Did y'all have fun?
It was okay.
It was okay. How many stores did we go to, guys?
Three.
3. And it was day 1, and we had a good time, right?
Yeah.
Good time. And let me just show you guys, now that you've seen my beautiful friends, let's just share what we got. It starts here. And this is for all 7 of us, I want to point out. And I'll show you guys what I got individually later. But I think we did pretty okay. And I showed incredible restraint, as all of my friends can attest. And don't believe they're laughing. They're full of lies. Yeah. But I think we did great. Yeah. It's not too much at all. And we're not even showing you like the project bags we got, so like don't worry about that. There was not enough room on the table. But yeah, so that was day 1. And we'll show you guys day 2 tomorrow. Bye. Okay guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the little tour of the Airbnb as well as a glimpse into some of the shops we went to. Again, those were in order: Knotty Lamb out in Forest Grove, then For Yarn's Sake in Beaverton, and then the third one was Starlight Knitting Society in Portland. And I really loved the first 2, the first and then the third especially. The second, For Yarn's Sake, I didn't get anything there. And I was really proud of myself for not getting anything there because they did have decent stuff. It's just, there was nothing truly unique to that experience of being on Yarn Crawl. And I had spent so much at Knotty Lamb that like, I just couldn't justify it to myself. I really couldn't. And you'll understand why in a second. So, like I said, I went to Portland with the expectation that I really wasn't planning on getting a lot. And I told you guys that. I wasn't planning on getting a lot. I had ordered some yarn from my friend Shannon, J'adore Fibers, who was on the trip. I had ordered from her weeks ago. And I said, hey, instead of shipping me the yarn, like just bring it to Portland and I'll just take it home then. So she brought yarn and that was like, okay, I'm going to take that home. And I'll show you that real quick because it's so beautiful. This is J'adore Fibers. This is all on her DK base. 'Cause, lately I've been really digging DK. And this is called Golden Straw. And even though it's a gold, almost orange tone, which generally I don't gravitate towards, the colorway on this is just so deep and stunning. And I actually think it does go okay with my skin tone. So I got it. And I'm really happy I did because this is beautiful, beautiful. Then I also got her Acorn colorway on her Tweed DK, and it's so, I can't, like, she's only been dyeing for like a year, and the fact that she can already do such amazing colors, like you see here, there's like a variegation of reds and oranges, and it's just, oh, it's so stunning. Like, I've really been drawn to warm tones lately, as well as like light mints. It's an interesting palette. I am going to post like a whole layout of everything I got in Portland, and you can kind of see in that picture, I definitely have a scheme going on these days, and it's not by design, it just happens to be what's happening. But yeah, so this is from J'adore Fibers again, Shannon, and she's doing so well. I'm so proud of her, and I want to thank her for continuing to provide me temptation in my life. Thank you. And I say that with all the love in my heart. Yeah. Okay, so I was planning on getting that, obviously, because I'd already bought it from her. And then a week or so before the yarn crawl, I was perusing some websites of the yarn stores that were participating in the crawl, because I've never been to Portland. I have been to lots of yarn stores, especially yarn stores that carry majority indie, so I'm always curious about what places carry. And unfortunately, a lot of those stores, they kind of struggle with keeping a good website that you can online shop on. There are some notable exceptions. There are definitely yarn stores that do very well in that, and I love those because I like to shop them. And Knotty Lamb is one of those. They have a decent website, and late at night before the yarn crawl, I was just scrolling, and I noticed they have a sale section. And usually sale sections at yarn stores, it's not for me. A lot of it's commercial, a lot of it's old discontinued bases, or, you know, out-of-date dye lots, etc. Like, it's usually not enough for sorter quantity, and it's definitely not the type of yarn I gravitate towards. But Knotty Lamb had a bunch of magpie fibers on sale, and I was like, what is this? Because Magpie, if you guys know, they don't usually do sales. Like, they really don't. Even when they discontinue colors, they're like, hey, we're going to discontinue these colors. Get them while you can, and then that's it. Like, that's it. They don't generally do sales. So when I saw this on Knotty Lamb, I was like, oh dang, we got to check it out. So I did, and I was very happy. So this is their feather base, which is their mohair. It's 70% mohair, 30% silk. I haven't worked with their mohair base, which I thought was a travesty, because I love mohair and I love magpie, so why wouldn't I ever use their base, right? And it's this beautiful colorway called Desert Rose. They are discontinuing it, which is why I believe that it's come on sale. And I want to make it clear, like, this is normally $30 each skein. I got it for $22.50. Like, that's a huge discount, 25% discount on Magpie, which just doesn't happen. Like, my hands were tied. I had to do this. There was no option, right? You guys get it, right? As I'm like frantically trying to explain myself to the camera. Yeah, so that was their feather, and of course I had to get it. And then also the same colorway, but on a different base, is their Swanky Sock Desert Rose. So Desert Rose, again, is being discontinued, which is why I believe it's on sale. This was also for 25% off, and that's just crazy for really good yarn. And Swanky Sock, for those of you who haven't worked with Magpie, I love it. I used their colorway Tupelo Honey on a top last year for Jacqueline Sizzlick, and it's one of my favorite knits. I think I might do another one in the other color that I got. But it's 80% superwash, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. And it's got this gorgeous shine. It has a lovely feel to it thanks to the cashmere, and I love this colorway. And I know this and this are supposed to be the same colorway, so I could hold it together, but I really just love this color by itself, that I want to just hold it single and keep the color integrity. And I'll use this for something else. Not sure what yet, but love this. And then the other amount of Swanky Sock I got, again, 25% off, you guys, 25% off. Is Swanky Sock again, so 80, 10, 10 merino cashmere nylon, and this is the colorway Tenderness, which is this lovely soft pink which goes perfectly for me. I am obsessed. I'm so excited that I got this on sale. Like, Magpie does not go on sale, guys. Like, I had to. Yeah, so I ordered it online in the middle of the night, and I thought to myself, yeah, like this will scratch my yarn itch, because I'll go into Knotty Lamb and I'll pick up my order and it'll be like I bought, you know, Yarn Crawl yarn. So I'll feel the same sense of satisfaction. So that's what I told myself. But what I did was I lied to myself. Well, it's not that I lied to myself. It's that I over predicted my self-control, because the reason we were going to Knotty Lamb, which is 40 minutes outside of Portland, by the way, it's a fun drive. It's unique to my experiences because I lived in Texas for some time and my parents lived in rural Oklahoma, so I'm used to seeing like rural farmland. But Oregon farmland is very different from like Texas and Oklahoma farmland. Very different vibe. It's got all those like cute little red barns. Like it's very picturesque, honestly. So it was a beautiful drive. But the reason we went there first, like way out there first, was because Allie of Explorer Knits was there. And she, with some people in our group, including me, like made plans to like meet up and talk. So I was really excited to go, and I thought, okay, yeah, I'll probably get 1 or 2 sweater quantities from Allie because I love her colors. I'll probably end up doing that. But I ended up doing a lot more than that. In the video clip that I showed, you might have heard Allie talking about how she was cleared out, and she made a little joke that it was about me. It may not have been a joke, it may have been factual. Because I got a lot. I'll just go into it now. Okay, so first, I'll show you this sweater quantity. I got sweater quantity with everything, by the way. Everything that I'm showing you, I got sweater quantity. But this is from her, Allie of Explorer Knits, and this is the colorway Docile. And it's not my usual green, because when I am drawn to greens, it's either like that soft mint green, which is an in-between of blue and green, so I kind of just classify mint by itself, really. And dark green, like forest green, which her colorway Fur, if you guys remember I used Embargo, that's the kind of green I'm usually drawn to. This is very different. But it still goes with my color, my skin tone, so I think it works, and I really loved this. I was really interested in it when I saw it in her photos, but I was like, I'm not sure I want to order it online, because what if it's drastically different and it clashes with my skin? So when I went to Knotty Lamb and I could see it in person and hold it up, I was like, oh no, because I loved it. So I got the sweater quantity, I had to. And then I got a couple more sweater quantity from her, and I'm just gonna show it to you. So they won't be surprising colorways. This is Moonstone, and it's amazing. It's so beautiful. It's like this delicate purpley pink blue. There's like it. I can't even like. Can you guys see all of that? Like, I am obsessed with this colorway. Like, I would remake my entire wardrobe with just this colorway. That's how obsessed I am with it. And of course, I got Untamed, which you guys remember, I did my Amara sweater in Untamed, but I will say the DK takes the dye differently than her MCN fingering weight, because the MCN fingering weight looked a little bit more neutral. And I have the leftover. So this is the leftover MCN fingering that I got from her first dye lot, for her first pre-order when this was released. And this is the same dye, it just takes it differently. It's a little bit more pink, obviously. And I was wearing my Amara at the time, so I could see the color was so different. So normally I try not to buy the same colorway. I try not to buy the same colorway for sweaters because I don't want the same thing again and again, except this was so different that I could justify it to myself. And I showed you those two last because while I was there shopping with her and talking to her, I got the notification that my Explorer Knits and Fibers pre-order from a couple months ago was delivered. And do you know what was in it? Yeah, it's the same dang colorways. The same colorways. Moonstone, Untamed. But, you see here, they are on MCN fingering, which is different. Again, it's different. And they eat the dye differently. Like, look at that. This is Moonstone on fingering. This is Moonstone on DK. There is a difference, you guys. There's a difference. And I knew there would be a difference, so I felt okay about buying the new sweater quantity, knowing I had some at home now waiting for me. And even the Untamed, drastically different. Okay, like, look at that. That's different, guys. Like, you get it, right? You get it. I'm not crazy, right? I'm just like straddling like all this yarn. And anyway, I bought it all. Allie was very supportive, and I told her, if people get mad at you for like not having any DK, because my friends and I were some of the very first people to get into the store. Like, we were in and out, like well, not in and out, but we were in from like the very beginning. We were waiting in line for opening. So we got to talk to Allie quite a bit, and I told her, I was like, if people are disappointed if you don't have DK to sell them, like, tell them it was me. Like, they'll know. Tell them it was me. And she laughed and joked, and she's like, no. I was like, if I don't get hate DMs by the end of the night, I will know that you didn't throw me under the bus, and I will be very disappointed. Because I don't want people to be mad at Allie. If anyone's gonna be mad at anyone, it should be about me spending way too much money, right? So we joked about that, and we had fun. But I did buy way too much. Yeah. But that was all I bought at Knotty Lamb. I was pretty decent. And like I said, for yarn's sake, I didn't get anything. I was very proud of myself. And then Starlight Knittery Society, Starlight Knitting Society, right? I can't even, my mind is so bad. I kind of went crazy there too, because I didn't go like completely insane, but I did buy a little bit more than I wanted to, because that's where they had La Bina May. And they also had some other things that I was really excited about. So, and I've shopped online with them before, and I really do like their store and their aesthetic. So, yeah, I did get a little bit of stuff there. First, this beautiful project bag. It's like a bucket. It's like a project bucket. And it's really good for the amount of yarn I have just lying around my home. I love it. It's this beautiful cactus print and the background is like this dark, it's not black, it's almost a navy, but with gold printed on it for the cacti and leather handles, and I really like it. I actually got the biggest version, and then my friend Megan posted a picture of me holding this in her stories, which I then shared. And Allie of Explorer Knits, she saw that story and went and got the smaller size in this as well. So now we're matching, yay! Yeah, so I love this. This is a Portland local maker called Frankie Coco. And again, I'll link all these people, and Knotty Lamb, Starlight Knitting Society will have them as well. But from Starlight, I only got 3 sweater quantities. And I know you're thinking, RO only? Only? Didn't you get 4 from Explorer Knits? And yes is the right answer. So they had this lovely local dyer called Blue Fiber Company, and it's this lovely mint blue, and y'all know I love mint. It's so pretty, and it's local, so obviously I had to get a little bit of the Portland flair. And then what I got from La Bina May is this. So this is her DK, Merino DK, and this is the colorway Cassiopeia. And I have wanted Cassiopeia for a long time, but I've been kind of scared to order it online because I prefer light speckles, but sometimes if you don't see it in person, it's really hard to gauge what you're going to get. Sometimes things have too much speckles. What if you have one super speckly and then one not speckly at all, and then I have to variegate skeins, like alternate skeins, which I hate doing. So now that I got to see it in person, I felt much more comfortable buying it, and it is beautiful. It's this beautiful gray with blue and purple speckles, and very happy. And then I got this. I got sweater quantity. Again, everything I got of yarn, I got sweater quantity because y'all know how I do. And this is La Bina as well on her mohair base. And y'all know it's my favorite mohair. My favorite mohair, hands down. And this colorway is called Coco Loco. And this was actually exclusive to Starlight. They worked with Ame directly to get this colorway, and it is stunning. Actually, in the video clip of Starlight, you would see the ranunculus, that kind of variegated pink ranunculus. That is this colorway. I didn't want to get it, pardon me, I didn't want to get it on any other base because, as you could see, it was a little bit more variegated than I like to work with. But I think with mohair, it'll work better because just the nature of mohair, like the stripy effect, will be less noticeable, especially if I'm holding it with something else. But it is an exclusive colorway to Starlight for the yarn crawl, and I thought that was a great souvenir to bring home, you know. Yeah, so that was my day one of the Rose City yarn crawl, and y'all can see day one in the video of the layout. We all went a little bit hog wild, especially Shanna and I. Shanna and I definitely spent the most on this entire trip. It was a lot. It was a lot. But it was definitely, for all of us, that was our craziest day. I think because it was the first, and also we went to a lot of really great stores the first day. So yeah, I think that explains it. The following days afterwards, we were a little bit more reserved. So yeah. And the next clip I'm going to show you is our second day. Our second day, we drove out through the gorge to the Dalles. Thank you guys for telling me how to actually pronounce it. It's the Dalles. It's this sleepy, quiet little town about an hour 20, hour 40 minutes outside of Portland. And that's where House of a la Mode moved her shop. And her shop is quite adorable, very well lit. She has her dye studio back there. And the following clips will show you both the shop and a little, you know, little mini tour of her dye studio, which I thought was fun. But yeah, so check it out right now. Hey everybody, so I am out in the Dalles, I think is how you all told me I'm supposed to pronounce it. It was less than I thought. It wasn't an hour and 40 minutes without traffic. It was an hour and 20, so not as bad. But I'm out here outside of Portland, and this is where House of a la Mode moved their store. They're so new, they don't even have a sign yet. It says literally yarn shop. So we're at House of a la Mode. I promise it's House of a la Mode. They just don't have a sign yet. And I'm about to go in with you, so follow me.
It looks so much better.
Don't video me videoing you. Rude. So this is House of a la Mode.
Oh, there's yeah. Oh, and then the tippity top is it?
There's bags up top, obviously a lot of yarn. It's a cute shop, and it's very well lit. I'm gonna walk through.
Down the gorge. What do you think of the gorge? You guys got the little falls? Or?
We tried.
I tried.
It was really pretty.
Perfect.
And that's Heather of House of a la Mode.
Crazy, huh?
Wow.
It's just like so cutely little. I love it.
This is
Everything's
nice.
like close.
Yeah, this is nice.
Ah! It's don't look at the messy stuff though. Only show cute things about it.
So these are like all your dyes. Wow.
Yeah,
girl.
I really have a dye
This is
problem.
cute.
Okay, so as you can see, House of a la Mode, it's a cute little shop in a cute little town square, and it was worth the drive out. The gorge is amazing. You pass by Multnomah Falls, which we did make a stop at, but it was so cold. Like, oh my god, it was so cold. Yeah, when we were there was like one nice day, and then the rest was just cold, rainy, snowing, or it was bad. But yeah, so if you're going on a nicer day, I highly recommend that drive. I think it was 110% worth it. Heather of House of a la Mode was lovely. She's known for her like soft speckles and stuff, which I was really worried about, especially since the day before I went so crazy at Knotty Lamb and Starlight Knitting that I was like, oh, I really hope she doesn't have that stuff. And fortunately for me, she did not have her super soft speckles, because if she had, I definitely would not have been able to say no to myself, which this entire trip proved to me. But what I did get, I got stuff that you probably wouldn't naturally think is my color, like this. It's this deep dark navy, almost gray, and it's called After Midnight. And I really like the dark tweed. I've always wanted a dark tweed sweater, but it's really hard for me to pick one because so many colors look beautiful in a tweed base that it's just hard for me to pick, especially online. But seeing this in person, holding up to my skin, I thought this was exactly the type of navy tweed sweater that I'd always wanted. And then of course, she had a brand new like batch of this colorway here. And this is called Aztec. And it's like this, it's almost a brown, and you guys know I'm not normally a brown person, but lately I've been expanding my color repertoire, especially after the Exis sweater that I reclaimed and actually looks pretty good. So I thought this was, it's a brown, but it's definitely more red, so that actually works really well with my skin tone. And the lighting today is really weird because actually it's snowing a ton in Salt Lake. There's like a huge snowstorm that blew in, so it's been snowing for the past like 24 hours. It's been nuts. But anyway, yeah, so these aren't normally what you'd think of as my colors, but I really love them. And it was worth the drive out. Again, would do it again. I highly recommend going if you haven't checked it out before, especially that drive. It was gorgeous. And also there's like one of those scenic US highways. It's a quick one, it's a short one, but it's definitely worth doing. I highly recommend it. So after House of Alamode in the Dalles, we went back to Portland and we hit up Ritual Dyes. And actually Ritual Dyes, we went both that day on Friday and we went back on Saturday. And I'll show you the clips of that after, but I will show you the yarn that I got first. So from Ritual Dyes, I got a little bit more than I was expecting, because I really wasn't expecting to get a lot like this entire trip, but you know, best laid plans, as they say. So this is what I got from her. And Rachel of Ritual Dyes, she was lovely. She was lovely, and the store was so cute. You'll see in the clip, but it was just aesthetic as heck. And I really love these. So this is DK. Again, I got a lot of DK on this trip because I've been trying to get away from fingering. It takes so long to knit, and I live in a cold place now. I mean, I know it'll warm up soon, but anyway, yeah, so the colorways are Campanella. These two are Campanella, and the minty one is called Jadeite. And I thought together, I have another skein of the Jadeite, but I thought it would make a really cute color work sweater. I don't have a pattern in mind yet, but I love these colors so much. I really think it'll go perfectly for anything. And then I love Jadeite so much that I saw there's some mohair, and I had to get it. So there's two colorways in this set actually. These two are Jadeite, which is a little bit darker, you see from this one. This I think is a true mint. It's called Lamb's Ear. Lamb's Ear, so beautiful. Oh, and then Jadeite. And Jadeite, you can see, is darker. It has variegation in it, of course, but I thought together they would go so well, and I think I'm right. Like, I want to order. I'm not going to, because this entire trip was just too much. Went a little bit crazy, and I gotta stop. But this Lamb's Ear, you guys, it's the perfect mint. Perfect. I'm obsessed. I want more and more. I think I could get like 3 sweater quantity of just the Lamb's Ear mohair, and I'd be like, still not enough. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it yet. I think the new pom-pom issue that just came out, I'm gonna make something out of it because I love mint these days. But yeah, that's what I got at Ritual Dyes, and I will show you the 2 clips that I did day 1 and day 2 at Ritual Dyes, and I'll show them back to back. And if you look closely, you'll actually see Allie of Explorer Knits at Ritual Dyes the first day. We ran into each other a lot, and the second day at Knotty Lamb that we went back, we actually we had lunch and hung out and stuff. So yeah, she doesn't know it. Like I've said it to her. She doesn't truly appreciate it, but I'm actually drafting her into my friendship core. She has no choice in the matter. I'm a very stubborn person, and we're friends now. She just maybe doesn't realize it, but we're friends. Yeah. She actually said that she was watching one of my episodes, and I had a small panic attack because I realized that people I admire and watch my stuff, and that terrified me. So Ritual Dyes day 1 and 2 right here.
So they can go away. That's cute. And then they'll get a text.
Sorry. Hi guys, this is Ritual Dyes. Sorry. Hi. Don't mind me. Okay, it's day 2. Day 2 at Ritual Dyes. And they have La Bienname and Magpie, and that's why I'm here. That's Tupelo honey. Y'all remember I used that and I love it. Okay guys, the last stuff that I'll show you before I show you the last clip is, so I'll combine 2 things. So I told you we went back to Knotty Lamb in Forest Grove. And that's because Coast to Coast Yarn Co. was having a trunk show. Now, she brought majority fingering weight, and it was the 80-20 base that you all know I don't like because of the twist. It's just a personal preference. No offense if you guys love it. I know a lot of people who love it. But it's not my favorite, so I didn't want to get it. That was actually one of the solid rules that I made myself. I told all my friends, I know I might go crazy, and I know I might buy yarn that I wasn't planning on, but no matter what, don't let me get 80-20 because you guys know I'm not going to end up liking it. And they held me to that. They enabled everything else, but they didn't let me get 80-20. So thanks, you guys. She brought a lot of 80-20, and I wasn't attracted to that, but there was this one colorway button that I was really thinking about getting it, even though it was on 80-20, because it's this gorgeous soft neutral, and y'all know how I do with that. But I didn't get it, and when I got home, I saw on Instagram just yesterday that she's doing a pre-order of a button on DK, and I was like, ooh, no, but no. So I'm still in that push and pull phase of thinking right now, but I didn't get any of her stuff. I wanted to, and she did say, she's like, usually my DK doesn't sell at all, but everybody's asking about DK, and I was like, I'm a little bit sad, but also really grateful she didn't bring any that I could get because I really didn't need more. But what I did get at Knotty Lamb the second day, because the first day we were there, I was just so focused on Explorer Knits and getting more Explorer Knits that I really ignored everything else going on in the store. I looked at other stuff, but none of it appealed to me because I knew I was going to spend so much on Explorer Knits, which I did. But the second day we went back, I kind of did more of a look around, and I let myself, a little treat myself again, because this entire trip was a treat myself thing. But I got Life in the Long Grass, and this is Sport. I got Sweater Quantity, of course, and it's this lovely color called Cool Days, and it's this beautiful, like, soft sea blue, you know, like, I'm not attracted to blues a lot, really, ever, but for some reason this one really spoke to me. And I also got Marie and Company. This is fingering weight, and y'all know I'm not trying to get a lot of fingering weight these days, but this colorway was just so lovely. And it's my favorite base, 7525. This is called Fillery Wings, and it's this beautiful pink. It's a soft pink with variegated purple and neon pink and purple and brown speckles, like the brown speckles you could see throughout. And I just thought it was a lovely soft colorway, and I had to get it. And also, I don't own any Murray yet, so I'm a collector. I have to have some, right? I'm just like making that face all the time. Oh my god. And the last clip that I will show you is from oh gosh, I should know what it's called. Oh my gosh, it's not coming to me. It's a yarn store in Portland in the Alberta district, and that's the Alberta Arts District. It's a very cute neighborhood with lots of amazing restaurants. And for some reason, the name is slipping me, and I feel terrible. I should have written this down, but it will be in the description below. And that's the last place I went to. I did go, I did want to talk about real quick, my friend Vincent, Not Bad. He's really famous on TikTok and Instagram. Like, he has like more than 200,000 followers on Instagram. For context, I have 9,000. He has 200,000 plus. He's very successful, but he agreed to meet up with me just to grab like breakfast and brunch, and we hung out, and he's such a nice person, so sweet, so genuine. And it's funny because he's a diehard crocheter. I'm a diehard knitter. I can't crochet. Like, I can do a chain, I can do a provisional cast on, I can technically single crochet, but like I end up increasing and decreasing randomly because I can't see the stitches. They're just knots to me. And he's the same with knitting. He can't wrap his head around knitting. So I think it's really funny that a diehard knitter and a diehard crocheter can be friends. But it was lovely to meet him, and I met so many lovely people. I do want to emphasize that. Yeah. So real quick before I get into the last clip, I will show you the yarn that I got. Little spoiler alert. I got only Earl Grey Fabric Company there. I was so sad because I didn't actually get to meet her. When I went into the shop, she was out like grabbing a bite to eat, and so I missed her, which was sad, but maybe next time. I got these two lovelies from her. So this is a brand new colorway that she's coming out called Meet Me Underwater, and there is a shop update, I think today, for it. It's a pre-order, but I was lucky enough to get this at the Yarn Crawl, and it's this gorgeous like salmon pink base with these bright neon-y speckles, and I'm obsessed. And then there's this lovely, so I got obviously Sweater Quantity of the pink. This one is called Queen of Hearts, and I thought about buying Queen of Hearts ages ago on her website, but again, I really wanted to see the speckles in person because, you know, with speckles it's kind of touch and go, but I should have trusted her. She does amazing work. Earl Grey Fabric Company, love her work. And this dark color is called Dark and Mysterious. And actually this one, the Dark and Mysterious, is on a yak base. That's her gunpowder base. It's 70-20-10. So that's 70 merino superwash, then 20 yak, and then 10 nylon. So it has a little bit of yak content. And I think it'll make a lovely colorwork sweater. I'm so excited. I really love Earl Grey Fabric Company. And yeah, I'm bummed that I didn't get to meet her, but there's always another time. Yeah. So that's all the yarn that I got, and I'll show you the last clip, and then I'll just do a quick debriefing after that, okay? All right, see you in a second.
This one? Got it.
There's...
Oh, thank you. Jake Rubin. Yeah. They do good colors. It's a little bright. I'm totally joking. I was questioning for bright sweaters.
Yeah.
She's like, okay.
but it's nice to have a little DK. Well, I make a lot of socks, so I'm like, oh, I can't go wrong with this game.
Oh, you can see my fuzzy sleeve.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, that was all the yarn that I bought on Rose City Yarn Crawl. And like I have said throughout this episode, I went a little bit crazy, a little bit. But I had so much fun. I laughed so much. I made so many amazing friends. Like the entire team of Explorer Knits, like we vibed so hard, you guys. Like I like belly laughed the entire weekend. It was just a great experience, and I'm really glad that I pushed myself out of my comfort zone to do that, because I really would have regretted it if I had not. For those of you keeping track, that was 19 sweater quantities. And when I was on my way home, I was thinking to myself, like, that's a lot of yarn. But I was like, Aro, you can knit 30 sweaters in a year. Like 19 sweater quantity, that's not that bad. But the thing is, yes, I can knit 19 sweaters in a year, no problem. But the problem is I bought that amount in the span of 3 days, which is a lot. So I'm gonna try to calm down a little bit on the yarn stuff, just a little. But I am knitting still. I didn't get to knit a lot on the trip. We were just so busy and moving around so much and just so exhausted at the end of the day. But I'm getting back into the swing of my knitting schedule. So I hope to show you guys a little bit more very soon. But thank you guys for watching my Portland wrap up. And I hope you got to live vicariously through me and that it was satisfying, because I had a wonderful time. And it's good to be back home, getting back into my normal routine. And I will see you guys again very, very soon.